Hey, what's up everyone? It's your man DJ Roxy from Roxy Entertainment coming to you with another video. Into this video, we're going to be talking about my Midas mixer. Now, this mixer being in my workflow for over a year. You don't see this mixer much in my videos. I did videos about this mixer, but this mixer sits right underneath my console. And right on top of my console is the Yamaha DM2000. Now, the Yamaha 2000, I use that to control my DAW as a remote, or as a DAW control, whatever you want to call it. And this mixer is responsible for the sound. So all my beats, you get the analog mixer that get the analog sound. And some people get confused because they only see the Yamaha DM2000, but they're not seeing this. Now, I have this mixer, like I say, underneath. I took it out just to show you guys how I create my beats and how I use this mixer. How crucial this mixer is to the quality of my beats using this mixer. Now, I have a lot of different type of mixers in the studio. I had the Yamaha 8-bus. I had the top ATB. I also had the Allen and Heath. One time I had a 48 channel Allen and Heath. That was one of the huge mixer that I had here in the studio. I downsized over the years. And we're going to get into the different type of mixers. Like the top ATB is an inline mixer, while this is not an inline mixer, which sucks because this is not really a studio mixer. It's more like live mixer for churches or live performance type, small venues and stuff like that. But this is not a studio mixer. But nevertheless, you can route your stuff the way that I route my stuff. And this is the best way to get the best quality possible. Back in the days before inline mixers, you had what you call a split console. And I use the same principle as if I was using a split mixer from back in the days, where I utilize half of this mixer goes to my DAW, and then half of the mixer comes back from my DAW, and I mix everything and then back to my DAW. Now, it might sound confusing. It might sound like something very hard to do, but it's very simple to do. And that's the best way to get the best quality possible, because you are sending analog signal into your DAW. Then from your DAW, you going back mixing on analog, and then you're going back into a digital domain for YouTube, or for your album to be played, or whatever the case might be. But even in professional studio, that's the way it's done. Back in the days, it used to be a reel-to-reel. So instead of a computer, half of the mixer will go into your direct outputs, into your reel-to-reel. And then from the reel-to-reel, it will be back into the mixer. You mix, and then you send it into a 2-channel reel-to-reel. Now, when I start making music and working in studios, that's the way it was done. At that time, I was not a full engineer or a sound engineer, but I, was around all that good stuff, and I used to love working in that workflow, and the problem with that is that it's very time consuming dealing with tape, and anybody that ever dealt with tape know how time consuming tape is. So, in the hard thing about tape is, the bad thing about tape is that you cannot edit, because I'm being able, after I'm sending all my stuff into my DAW, I can edit, or I can add or take out anything, and then bring that stuff back into my mixer for a mix down. So, that's the best way to get the best sound possible. I am gonna do a separate video, because this really it's like, to route this stuff, you gotta know what you're doing, and it might be time consuming. But I just want to let you guys know, if you have a 32 channel mixer, regular mixer like this, you can make it happen. I utilize 16 channels. My Apollo 16 is 16 in and 16 out. You understand? If you have if you have an interface that you have 8 or 16, some people even have more than that. You can always utilize like I said, half of the mixer to go into your DAW and then back into your mixer and then mix down. And that's the best way to get the best quality possible. There's no easy way. You know, a lot of people will love the good sound, and they love to ask questions in the comments below, like, how did you get that sound? How did you get that drum to sound so good? How did you get? Is no easy way out. You know, for you to get the best sound possible and for you to sound really good, you have to go through the process. You understand? I tell people, you cannot cheat good sound. You cannot cheat good sound. All right, so let me explain the process. Now, once I finish make my beat on my SP1200 or my MPC, I will send all those outputs, the 8 outputs plus the stereo output, into my mixer. Now, sometimes I EQ before going into the DAW. Sometimes I don't. It all will depend on how the sound and what I'm going for in that particular beat. You know, sometimes each beat is a little different, but the process still remains the same, where I take all these channels and take them into my DAW through the direct outputs. Once I have the information in my DAW, I can do little changes in my DAW, and then back 8 output, 10 outputs back. It could be up to 16. I have a 16, like I said, I have a 16 channel interface in, 16 in and 16 out. So I can take even up to 16 back into my mixer for mix down. Now that's where I do all the EQing, all the extra processing and everything. I do it when it comes to the mix down process. You understand? And I'm gonna show you just an example. So let's say I'm record anything here on my DAW. So once I record that information into my DAW, I will print that and then assign all my outputs to come out to mix down on my mixer. So now if I go into my DAW and I press play, I'm being able to take all those information and just mix that stuff. So here we have the kick, the snares, and that's the way I create my beats. It's no easy way out if you want quality. It's no easy way out. Keep telling people that. You know, a lot of people, you know, write in comments below, how do you get that snare drum? How do you get that kick? It's not an easy process, you understand? So this is the process where it's been done in professional studios, and I'm just doing it on a smaller platform, but at the end of the day, it's the same principle of you know the direct outputs going into your DAW from your mixer, so you can get all that, you know, if you want to use your EQ or if you want to use your preamp. And that's why preamps are very important, because this process here really requires great preamps. This mixer is not bad at all when it comes to the preamp. The Midas is not bad at all. Of course, my Top ATB was a great mixer. The preamps on that mixer was super good, very smooth, very punchy. So preamps are very important when it comes to the process of sending your direct output into your DAW. Now coming back, like I said, your EQ is the part that plays the most important part, because you're EQing each instrument and then, you know, taking that once you finish with your mix, is if you ever heard the phrase printing your mix. That's what it's called, printing your mix, which is sending your mix into a stereo track with the same DAW. So it's going back into the DAW as a stereo track after you mix. So I know it might sound a little confusing to some people, but if you've done this process, you understand this. Like I said, there's two type of mixers, actually three type of mixers, but the two main type of mixers you will find in studios are the inline mixers, which is, this is not. My Tough ATB is an inline mixer, and a regular console like this, which you can use as a split console, a split mixer. So I'm using this as a split mixer. Like I said, half and half, half for my direct output, and then half for me to bring it from the DAW back into mix. So anyway, hope you guys grasp some kind of information in this video. Hope you, if you like this video, thumbs up this video. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, there's the Roxy hats out right now. Support this channel. Please support this channel and buy one of the Roxy hats. Free shipping. It's high quality. I'm gonna get one and show you guys. We come in different colors. Different colors of DJ Roxy hats.